everyone, and welcome to SG Now. I'm Khairudin.
And I'm Sharda, and we'll be your hosts for today's episode.
We'll be bringing you the latest community stories, and let me tell you, they definitely don't miss the mark.
Ooh, okay, Kai. How long were you holding that one in for?
Not too long. Since I knew the first story of the day was going to be about archery, so, not too long. Certainly not as long as archery disappeared from the Olympics.
Archery disappeared from the Olympics? What do you mean by that?
Well, archery was first introduced to the Games in 1900, but it was dropped in 1920 due to a lack of international uniformity in rules and equipment. It wasn't until the formation of World Archery that the sport returned to the Olympics in 1972.
And wow, Kai, since when did you get so smart?
The scriptwriter.
Well, it's interesting because it's really hard for me to imagine an Olympics without archery. It's such a staple sport.
It certainly is. So, without further ado, let's join CityJo Abby on her archery journey at Salt and Light Archery to find out more about this sport. Abby, take it away.
Hello, this is your CityJo Abby. Who would have thought that hidden underneath a flyover, you find an archery range? Salt and Light Archery, also known as SL Archery, has both recreational as well as competitive archery activities. Whether you are young or the young at heart, you can take part. Today, we focus on one of their most unique courses, traditional archery.
Hi everyone, my name is Faiz and I'm the traditional coach in SLA. At the moment, what I'm reading and learning and also embracing is Korean archery, Chinese archery, and also Turkish archery.
This evening, I'm joining two students who happen to be traditional martial art coaches themselves.
5 seconds, so from here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Once you anchor ready, 5, then release. Okay, so this is a Indo version bow. It's quite soft, it's quite flexible, and a lot of people have a challenge with pulling other bows. So this is one of the softer ones that I can find inside the market. Okay, so let's do it together. Ready, 1, 2, 3, right hand, catch. Slide gracefully and check.
When asked why did he pick up archery, Faiz says it's partly because of these guys.
Alright, so let's go back to childhood. Have you heard of Green Arrow? Yes. Have you heard of Red Hood? Yes.
Faiz is just as adventurous as his childhood heroes.
Before I picked up the sports, I was doing adventure racing, I was doing long distance running, trail running.
And the appeal of traditional archery over modern archery? It's more adventurous.
Let's try something that has running and also shooting. Hey, traditional archery. And that's where slowly throughout the years, from target shooting, I got to explore field shooting, then 3D shooting. And then I feel like, hey, this is the one for me. Because I want something very dynamic. It really pumps your heart.
Faiz also has a penchant for traditional natural arrows.
Yes! Big fan. Cost a bit more, but at the end of the day, they do what they do the best. To shoot. The weight justifies how it flies. The aesthetic of it is beautiful. And at the end of the day, you know that you're one with nature. That's why I like it.
And as you can see, Faiz behind me is taking notes because it is their test today. They are having their practical practice first later there's even a theory test. Wow!
Yeah, he's a good coach and I like his class. So we can learn from each other.
First of all, enjoy the session. 2, able to pick up something. And 3, if someone were to ask, hey, have you tried archery? Then they say, yes. Then when they explain to them, hey, that sounds different. Then I say, mission accomplished.
It has certainly been a very different and unique experience. Besides traditional archery, SL Archery also has other beginner or professional courses and even guided fun shoots where you can shoot some balloons. This is Abby with Singapore One.
Wow, thank you, Abby. What a great discovery that was, huh?
So would you be keen on traditional or modern archery?
Ooh, okay. So just like Faiz, I'm very one with nature. So I'm definitely going to go for the traditional one. What about you, Kai?
I would go for traditional as well because I love wearing the tanja, holding my bow and arrow and shoot like a hero.
That's so sweet. I think I'm going to do the traditional one just to watch you do that.
Wow, you know, whatever it is, I think you really need a pair of steady hands to be good at it. And speaking of hands, you can do lots of interesting things, meaningful things with them.
Really? What sort of meaningful, interesting things can I do with my hands?
Like caring and giving for the less fortunate.
Okay. I hear you on that one. And well, do you know any charities that are looking for an extra pair of hands?
Well, I can't really think of any at the top of my head, but our CityJo Bruce sure can. And here is his story on volunteering with Ray of Hope. Take it away, Bruce.
If you are one of the less fortunate, food like this is hard to come by, especially during this pandemic when people are forced to tighten their belts. And for the residents of York Hill, this is a luxury. However, thanks to a group of volunteers called Ray of Hope, this is something the residents of York Hill can look forward to on a regular basis. On top of the wonderful flavors, healthy ingredients and balanced meal, the food is also served warm.
Yes, later my loan because currently I'm applying for the job and looking for job also and everything.
嚟到半半啲吉啲江湖幫作到啲能冇？
有啊，幫助天最人啊。
What's up, Singapore? Today is a wet and rainy Friday, and I am here at Tiong Bahru Market having a cup of tea. Shortly, I shall be going now to York Hill to join a Ray of Hope, a volunteer group that does food distribution to the poor and the elderly living at York Hill. I would like to find out from them why, amidst this endemic where there are so much dangers and difficulties, they are still willing to go down there every Friday to do what they do. This is Bruce for Singapore One. The founder of Ray of Hope, Douglas Hill, has agreed to speak to me.
When I was a little boy, my dad used to walk around and do things like that. Dad used to go to the market and he walked like he's a rich man. He's a poor man, but he have this the act like he's a rich man, like, you know.
Okay.
And he will start to tell people, hey, japa boy, jia boy, lai. There are days I remember my dad will buy food and then put the 555 on the store. The 555 record, 3條2又升啊，幾俾個嚟升。End of the month, then we settle. My dad used to do all this, but I don't understand. I don't understand what is the rationale. Why is he doing this? He owed the store money and then he still serve food.
Okay.
So when as I grown up, then I started to know.
To understand why
To understand why he's doing all this.
Okay, then why did you guys start this?
I got a message coming to me
Okay.
saying that quite a lot of people out there is actually hungry.
Okay.
I started all by myself.
Okay. You started off by yourself.
by
What do you mean by yourself?
I started out alone. I went to deliver and serve the meal by myself.
Okay, so you have, how many volunteers do you have actually
On
in
hand,
total?
On hand, I think if I were to say total, we have about 20 of us.
Okay, 20 of you.
Yeah.
But during this period, how many actually come down?
There are days when I get very good support. I got when situation is not that bad, I can easily get about 12, 13. There are times I only get 6. Yep.
You have told me that volunteers for the food distribution has gone down,
Yep.
right? Why? Why do you think it is so?
I think obviously because of the regulation, and I also encourage them, if they don't feel well, don't feel good, not well, I mean, don't feel good, please don't come.
So you said that hunger is very suffering. I mean, have you been in a situation where you were hungry before?
Do you have to talk about this, bro? Yeah, I think there are days lah. There are days where those younger days, there are days I really hungry, and I had to pick up crunch and eat, tap water to drink, just to survive.
Why you enjoy helping people?
I think the joy that you see from the face of the individual bring happiness in your heart. It warms you, and these are things that you cannot buy with money.
Why do you do what you do?
I like seeing the joy in people's faces when I give them the food, because these people are less fortunate. So it's a great way of helping give back to the community.
One more time. Bye-bye. What does it take to put a smile on a person's face? A little bit of your time and a lot of your heart. All this food distribution, I'm telling you, is making me real hungry. Join me. Bon appetit. This is Bruce for Singapore One. Ai Peng Mo. Ai Gai Peng Mo Quy Bao. Ai Quy Bao Peng. Không ai Quy Bao. Không ai nha. Mình bao,两包给他。Okay, 来两个，我们给。
Oh, a little bit of your time and a lot of your heart. Great sentiment there, Bruce. You know, it's always so heartening to see Singaporeans come together to help each other out, right?
So meaningful, right? And of course, we need to commend Douglas as well, from a team of just 1 to a team of 20. Well done, Douglas.
I know, that is just incredible. Well, you know, if you would like to volunteer and give food to the needy Singaporeans, you can get started by going down to York Hill at 5:30 p.m. every Friday. Douglas and his dedicated team are always there like clockwork.
And if you can't donate your time, consider donating some money to other Ray of Hope campaigns on their website, rayofhope.sg.
Well, now let's move on from things that satisfy our souls to things that satisfy our bellies. Okay, I have a belly that always needs to be satisfied. And I hear that CityJo Leo chanced upon an awesome little gelato shop just recently.
What's so special about this place?
Well, for starters, the owner is half Filipino and extremely keen to showcase his heritage through his food and not just through his ice cream.
Wow, but does he serve it with something else?
Ah, that one, you'll just have to wait and see. Let's have a look. Over to you, Leo.
Stressed, spelled backwards, is desserts. Whether you're really stressed or you just want to tickle your taste buds, gelato is always a good idea.
Welcome to Lick the Cream, a gelato shop that has made Bedok's dessert scene even more exciting. In case you're wondering, gelato has more milk and less cream than ice cream. I asked Dave Prakash, its owner, on how the name came about.
D because Dave, right? After a while, I just thought, okay, Lick the Cream makes, it sounds catchy, makes sense. Me being half Filipino, I wanted to really introduce some form of my heritage in a form of a dessert. And at the same time, I wanted to balance and wanted to have local flavors.
They had a lot of flavors on the day of my visit. Earl Grey lavender, roasted pistachio, kaya pandan, kopi gao, coconut, Horlicks Tim Tam, Belgian chocolate, Biscoff, Oreo cheesecake, Lupi Madagascan vanilla, and ube, taro, or sweet purple yam. There are many dessert shops in Singapore. What sets Lick the Cream apart?
Pandesal with gelato inside. Traditionally, a Filipino Spanish bread roll, you get the nice warm, toasty bread roll and the nice cold gelato to be fitted in the middle. That dessert alone makes us unique.
Time to try the gelato. Round 1, Philippine flavors. I chose ube or sweet purple yam, as well as coconut, which has sweetened coconut shreds. I invited my friends Carson and Bruce to help do a candid review of the flavors at Lick the Cream.
Coconut ice cream goes very well with the, what do you call that? Pandesal?
Pandesal.
Yes, absolutely lovely.
Ube, sweet purple yam. It's as good as the ube ice cream I've tasted in the Philippines when I was there. And it really tastes like sweet purple yam from back home. This coconut gelato also has sweetened coconut shreds or makapuno in the Philippines. Very refreshing flavor.
Next round, Singapore flavors. Kaya pandan and kopi gao. What do you think, Bruce?
CityJo. This kaya flavored ice cream really tastes like kaya, you know. This place isn't called Lick the Cream for nothing, right? So I'm gonna lick the cream.
Next round, pandan waffle topped with Horlicks Tim Tam and dark chocolate with orange zest.
Tim Tam and Horlicks are a great combination. I really like Horlicks in general, but this one infused with Tim Tam crunchy bits is even better. Look at this perfectly toasted pandan waffle with Belgian chocolate and orange zest. I like how everything comes together. Hint of orange, fragrant flavor of pandan, and of course the chocolate.
The making process now, we do everything in-house. Most of our products, raw products, we ship it in.
I didn't expect Space to have one more, but here it is, roasted pistachio.
I love how this pistachio gelato does not have the medicine taste that some pistachio ice cream or gelato would have. I also like its creaminess, the level of consistency, and the pistachio bits that go with it.
The price of a scoop depends on the flavor. Regular flavors like coconut and kaya pandan go for $4.10, while premium flavors like roasted pistachio and ube or purple yam go for $5.10. Lick the Cream is a cool place to chill out, literally and figuratively.
They say life is like an ice cream. You should enjoy it before it melts. This is CityJo Leo with Singapore One.
Thank you for that delicious story, Leo.
Wow, so yummy. You know, I've never been there, but you best believe I'm going straight after this and help myself to that ube gelato.
Whoa. Okay, you know which one I'm gonna go for? I'm gonna go for that Oreo cheesecake. It has my name written all over it. It's just calling to me like Sharda.
Well, no matter what flavor you decide to choose, don't miss out on getting it sandwiched between those fresh pandesal buns.
Sounds really delicious, and it also sounds like a really sinful treat.
Well, you don't have to worry about that. You're in great shape.
Thank you.
For now.
Oi! Excuse me!
However, if you are looking for some motivation to get fitter, CityJo Dharmhik has a story about an inspiring lady and her journey with fitness. Dharmhik, take it away!
Hey guys, this is Dharmhik with Singapore One, and today we are at MacPherson to talk to one of the most inspirational ladies I know.
That works, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
My name is Raji. I'm a fitness professional and a personal trainer. I'm 57 and I'm grandmother of 3 angels. I was from the armed forces and I served the army for 29 years. But I didn't know I'm going to go to the army because I think I'm more of an active person, but the idea to be a soldier, it's like, okay, fine, I will give it a try. I compete in SAFSA athletic meets most of the time, like until I was 40. I mean, not many SA women actually take part in this athletic meet, so I did. So I already did 200 meters, I already did 4 times 100. I was so shocked, I said, okay, my participation. So I ran, but roughly at 50 meters, my knee buckled. And I had a bad fall. So my right knee, ACL and meniscus tore, but I didn't know. I fall very hard, and in the pain, I don't know what was going on. So it took me about 6 months to recover from the injury. I became quite immobile. I'm like, I'm out. I stopped running marathon. Particularly most running events, I stopped. But you know, I'm an active person, and when I stopped, my weight was going up. I started something, but I couldn't even continue. So my confidence, I couldn't look forward to anything because fitness was part of me. It was so depressing that I cannot be me. And for a long time, like about 6 months, I won't even talk to people about fitness. I had 2 more years for official retirement, but because of policy changes, they actually gave me an early retirement. That's why it was early retirement. The actual retirement was another 2 years' time. I was all out. I put on 29 kgs. By August, I was already standing at 78, but I just couldn't get my weight down. So basically, I just said, you know what? Who cares? My children were very good children because they will never say, "Mommy, you're fat." They will say, "You have to rest. You have to rest, Mommy." And so my daughter's wedding came in 2011, 1st January. So it was my daughter's wedding album. The wedding photo came mid of January. That I got a shock of my life. I looked fat. My face was nothing like what I am or what I was. That I looked so terrible. So that triggered, and I said, you know what, it's time for me to put in the program, and I started my weight loss journey. So I put myself in a very strict regimen. So I will leave my home at 4 a.m. in the morning. I'll do about 2 kilometers walk, and that was slow. Before 6:30, before the sky is bright, I will come back, lock myself in the house. But I started running 3 times a week. I hit the gym every day. It's like every day I'm in the gym doing weights. I've been always following this Spartan race. It was like I was looking at it and I said, let me give it a try. So I prepared myself. So in January 2019, they had a Spartan Stadium. So I took part just like that because I trained, but I don't know what to expect. It was an amazing feeling coming back to competition. And it was Spartan race, which is like, oh my God, it's an obstacle race. But I still train. You won't believe it, in August, I actually was running for Spartan Super 13 kilometers and 25 obstacles. And I actually completed my Spartan Super. So I thought, okay, done, because there was some hiccups. I had nerve pulling and heat exhaustion and stuff. So I thought, okay, never mind, I'll stop. But then I saw the next one is Spartan Beast in Malaysia, and had friends who said, you know, ma'am, you can do it. I did it. I did it. It's like 21 kilometers with 30 obstacles.
As of this video, Raji has participated in 4 Spartan challenges. She ran a total of 285 marathons, cumulatively clocking over 11,700 kilometers in running distance.
I have no regrets. I think most of my friends, including my relatives, thought that I was a crazy woman, that I had a good job after so many setbacks to do this. But that's my purpose, I feel. Yeah.
Now there is truth to the saying, my grandmother is stronger than you. Not only is she physically strong, she's mentally and emotionally stronger than most of us. Now, what are your thoughts? Share them with me in the comments. This is Dharmhik, CityJo, Singapore 1.
Oh my goodness, I just can't believe she's 57.
And don't forget, she is a grandmother of 3, guys.
Oh my goodness, I need to up my game and get married. But okay, anyway, it must have been difficult for her to get back on her feet after that fall, and I'm glad that she persevered and went on to participate in more races.
Goes to show you can do anything as long as you set your mind to it.
Absolutely, well said. Well, that marks the end of today's episode of SG Now. Thank you so much for joining us.
Very very good. See you next time.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.